So hi, welcome to another tutorial with Agentflow Academy. So today we're gonna understand a few concepts and try implementing a few things that we're gonna learn. So what do we do? So first we are gonna understand what LLMs are. We are gonna understand agents and then know the difference between an LLM and an agent and do some simple implementation of an agent. So that's it. Okay, moving on. What are LLMs? I'll keep this very short. So LLMs are trained on vast data sets, and these data sets could be the internet itself, it could be books, blogs, whatsoever. So they are systems that can generate human-like responses to the questions they have been asked. So you go to the ChatGPT, you ask a question which is called as a prompt, and this prompt is later analyzed, and the system will generate responses in a way that a human would. But there is a limitation for these LLMs. That is, like, they cannot take any sort of actions or make decisions based on your behalf. They are only capable of generating text. So that's in short an LLM is. Then, what are agents? So agents are systems that use LLMs as core components. So you essentially have a bigger system where you have a subsystem which is like an LLM, like it's like a brain of this bigger system, and this bigger system is capable of deciding, it's capable of planning, it's capable of interacting with the user or with the tools or whatsoever, which we will see in more detail. And then agents are also capable of executing tasks based on step-by-step analysis, which we call as few shot or zero shot or whatsoever, which will come to that later. They can use reasoning mechanisms for this. They can also perform some actions, check the output, and if they think okay it's good, they proceed, or else they don't. We'll see in this in detail. So what are some key differences between an agent and an LLM? So LLMs are just, content generators. They are just generating text based on the understanding that they have from the user's questions. That's it. But LLMs, no, they are like one step beyond this fundamental aspect. That is, they can use reasoning, they can use memory, like they also have tools inside them that they are capable of executing. And agents can also perform tasks autonomously without user's assistance, where LLMs cannot. So this is like the key difference between an agent and an LLM, right? So it's like you take a human and you give him hands which are like pursued as tools, and they can do whatever they want. So another example. So LLM is like a Google map, let's say. It gives you the direction, and also it gives you the information of the direction or the location or whatsoever. But an agent is um, a system that uses this Google Maps and makes the decisions based on this information it gets from the Google Maps, and also can drive you to your destination. So that's essentially the difference between an agent and an LLM, right? So moving on. So this is like the simple basic understanding of what an agent is. So today we are mostly focusing on doing this kind of implementation here. Um, so we will create an agent that has that will take an input and use some tools, and then give us an output for our input prompt. So that's essentially what we are trying to do today. And we will see about retrieval and memory in the later tutorials. So let's get started into the implementation part. So, all right, I'm gonna do this implementation in a simpler way, teaching you all the fundamentals as well. So here I have like an empty screen right now in VS Code. So I have opened my VS Code, and I'm gonna create a virtual environment first. So you can do that by using virtual env command. Let's name our environment as agent env. Let's put this as our agent's environment. Then we're gonna source. Okay, here we go. We have our agent environment activated. Next, what I'm gonna do is create a requirements file. Mm, all right. For implementation, we are gonna use these three things. That is, we're gonna write our files in Python, and then use langchain framework for implementation of agents, and then we use also this new tool called Tavili. So first I'm gonna write my requirements .txt file. Now all I have to do is install all these dependencies. I can just do that by 3 install r requirements.txt. This will install all the requirements that I have given in my txt file. Okay, here we go. I have my requirements installed. Just gonna clear that. Next thing I'm gonna do is create my environment file. So here in this file, I'm going to mention my OpenAI API key and also Tavily API key. And I'll create my agent file. Simple agent.py. Let's just okay. I'm gonna start the program now. Don't worry if it's a little confusing. I'll explain everything in detail. But let's just create a simple program that can use some basic tools. Okay, so I have created like a basic program that has one tool called search. So what this search tool is going to use is it's going to use the API of Tavily, and it's going to go to the web, do some search, and then retrieve the result and give us the results. Okay, so these are all the imports that we'll be using, and this is the definition of the LLM, or let's say the model. And then we have this tool here. We say these are the available tools right now, and then you also give the prompt template so that you will say system what it has and everything. And then we create an agent that is a tool calling agent that takes model as input, and then the tools it has and the prompt template. And yeah, here we have the question, and we'll see the response. We'll just run the program and see how we can. Okay, so we have an error here. So let's just run it again. All right, we have another error. Okay, I think we need to define it this way. So I think it will be something like, now let's see if it runs. All right, so it runs. So if you can see, it's entering a new executed chain, and it's invoking our Tavily search, which is our tool, to fetch our results for the question that we have asked, which is this. So if you see, this is like the information it has retrieved for us. So we asked like what are the advancements in the renewable energy technologies, and here is the output we have received. Maybe we can do something like this. So if you can see, here is the response that we have received. So here are some latest advancements in the renewable energy technologies. One is solar power, blah 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 blah. So it has fetched this results from the internet. So that's how you can create a basic agent with tools. Let's create more tools. For example, let's say we create a Celsius to Fahrenheit temperature convert tool. We can do this custom creation this way. So first what we need to do is we need to import the tools. Import tool. Let's define our own tool. You can define it using a decorator tool. So it has made the code for us. So now we say that in our tools we update our convert temperature tool, and then create the agent again and say that we have this additional tool. Just do this all. So and yeah, let's do this now. So here I'll say convert 100 degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius and fetch me the weather in Boston, USA today. Okay, so here what it should do is that first it should utilize my tool, which is the convert temperature that we have defined, and then it should also fetch me the weather of Boston using our search tool. So let's see if it is gonna do it for us. I'm just gonna block this all. Okay, I'm just gonna run this now. Okay, if you see, it is invoking our tool, which is converting the temperature, and then it also has another, which is like finding the weather in Boston today. So if you see, the input is this, and the output is the conversion of 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius, approximately 37 degrees. Okay, all right, and the weather in Boston, and the wind is coming from blah 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 blah, and that's how you can create your custom tool and integrate with your agent. So I think that's enough for this tutorial, and in the coming tutorial we will also discuss about all these aspects, which is like doing this retrieval from the query, and also we'll also integrate memory into our agent for more perfect responses, like managing the state and all that stuff. So yeah, I guess you have liked this tutorial, and if you have any questions, drop on the comments. I'll leave all the resources